Welcome back to the Spice of Life podcast. Today the podcast is brought to you by Monster Headphones. They're the best headphones in the business. The Duke's got the ROCs, the big gold ones. I've got the Clarities because I run this bitch and I need to hear everything that's going on this thing. It's Monster Headphones are the best headphones in the business.
As always, audible.com has offered audibletrial.com/spice, and we give you 2 free ebooks, and Audible Trial gives you 30-day subscription to their services. I did use the Monster iSports the last couple days at work. I've been listening to audiobooks while I'm working, doing them, the tasks on their own, right? Like today I was saw cutting and pressure washing. And then I stripped this giant church sidewalk we did, and I wore them for the whole thing. I've been listening to deep work, but I got into some real deep thinking, and I thought, man, I got to shut deep work off. I started listening to a different book because I was I got too far into it where I was like starting to overthink the monotony tasks, and then I was writing notes on my phone, and I was delaying my productivity. So I said, okay, I'll pause the book, write the notes, work on some stuff for later, and then go. But yeah, the iSports work good, man. I didn't even hear the saw.
They're nice.
Like they're that good. They're in there, and I'm like, fuck, I got the book up loud. I don't hear the saw. I'm like, I'm good. This is golden. I can get used to this. So
yeah,
got them charging in the truck right now so I can wear them fuckers this afternoon again.
I think that they're probably the best earbuds in the game right now for earbuds. I like the over-the-ear ones too. Those ones that I have, they're great. They're fantastic. I can even run with them.
The only thing I don't like is that the strap that connects them is fairly long, and it's got that little thing that you cinch up to make it tighter, but it's like just loose. And I'm like, whose fucking head is that big that you need to have that much? Nah, but this thing is gigantic, man. I don't think even your head would be that big. There's got to be a different way to secure it because it doesn't stay secured either, right? If you're running or doing something, it comes undone. It's flapping all over the place, and then the volume control is quite big. So I feel like they could do a little tweak into it, but if that's the only option out there for Monster right now for their earbuds, they're kick-ass.
And box runner shoes. These fucking things are legit. The Duke, if you were gonna box, I would tell you to get them. Box runner shoes. They're fantastic. Lightweight, breathable, fantastic ankle support. They're my boxing boot of choice these days. I have the Nike Hyper KOs. I got the Rival ones. I always put these ones on. Box runner shoes. Check them out. Boxrunners.com or at boxrunner on Instagram. All right, the Duke. What are we talking about today? We got some news to drop.
We do, but before we drop some news, did you see Roman's boxing fight on the weekend?
I have not watched it yet. I heard
it's only 50 seconds.
I already pieced that guy up real quick, though.
50 seconds knocked him out. Golden Ghost champ. That was the champ. Way to go, coach. That was good. I enjoyed that. So it's cool to see him in there and doing his thing.
Yeah.
The cool thing with him is that I know a couple people that go to that Parkinson's program. Yeah. One of them I saw last night, and Jim, and he had really bad hands. They were shaking really bad, from the Parkinson's. And I always bug him. I'm always like, "Oh, Jim, fuck, take it easy on my hand," because Jim's almost 80, right? It might even be 80. And he squeezes my hand now, and he's got a serious grip to that, right? Doing the thing. He just loves it. He trains, I think, 3 or 4 days a week now, but he didn't make it to Roman's thing. He's like, "No, I'm disappointed. I didn't go." 50 seconds, though, knocked him out. He's all excited, right? So that's good, man. So
what do they call that? Dopamine boxing? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah, dopamine boxing, and they got it's funded or whatever by the Parkinson's program or something like that. There's a lot of stuff that they do. So the coaches and stuff, and they get in there and get to do it. But they've taken it from 10 or 12 people for 8-week, twice a week course to it's like a full-time gig now. With all these people drop-ins, there's 20, 30 people coming in there, hanging out, punching balloons and doing different drills and stuff. So it's pretty neat to see all them old timers getting active again and doing that kind of stuff. So
I like to see that. It's good. And it's scientifically proven to fucking help.
Yeah. Which is weird when you think of somebody like Muhammad Ali ends up developing Parkinson's over his life, right? And then it's like the guy boxed the whole time. But the difference between these guys is it's helping with their congenitive, or is that the right word? Like their movement skills and those kind of things. They're not getting racked around and hitting the head. There's a big difference.
They're not taking shots to the dome or anything like that. It's fun watching them. I was in there a few times when they're in there. They're giving her too. So
Yeah, and they're excited to be there, right?
yeah.
So, yeah.
Fuck else is
So
there?
you mentioned you've got the final shot coming out on Thursday.
The final shot will be coming out on Thursday. We've got a monster of a guest coming on. Dwayne D-Bomb Lewis. He's coming on, and we might have some news to drop on that.
Is that that you're gonna do it then? Okay,
Maybe.
you guys better tune in. So you've been it's been no secret you've been running this bitch for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've been steering the podcast away from everything life to mostly combat, and we've been getting a lot more into that. And since I've stepped away from combat, it's been a little challenging to get in all the things that I've got going on. So I think we've had so many talks off air and whatever else, but it sounds like it's going to make the most sense to basically dissolve the Spice of Life podcast and turn it into the Final Shot podcast. Am I correct in that speaking?
It's one of those things where you're busy and it's challenging to be able to come in, along with all the social media requirements that have to be met with the show. Like, I handed over the Instagram to you. Now I got to go fucking do the Instagram again. God damn it. But for the amount of stuff that you have going on, and to take an hour and a half 2 times out of the week for you to be able to come on the show, it just doesn't work anymore. Especially with like you guys have noticed over the last little while, we haven't had a shit ton of guests on.
No.
It's one of those things where it's time consuming. Like, I've been putting the last couple weeks into trying to figure out what the final shot's going to be. Trying to get that going. Realistically, for me, for financial sake, it's easier for me to be able to change everything from the Spice of Life podcast to the final shot. And if you're not going to be able to make the shows all the time, like, it's not saying that you won't be back as a guest or come on a regular basis here and then, especially in the wintertime when you're not busy. But it's just easier for me to go. And
Totally.
And go,
well, and
go
I mean,
and
this has been your thing. And I mean, when I was fighting, it was easy because this show created a platform for. That was the whole point why we started it, right? Was to give ourselves and other combat athletes a platform to speak, to get more publicity out for their sponsors, more publicity out for themselves and their promotions and all that stuff. And we worked with a lot of up-and-coming promotions and young athletes and stuff like that, as well as some huge guests. I mean, we've developed some great relationships with people over the last little while. And I mean, I've even got a fight announcing gig happening again, right? So I'm happy with that, and that's something I can still take and do. And like I said, I don't ever want to really leave the fight world, but at the same time, the show's evolved, and we're kind of going these separate directions. And I've got so many irons in the fire, and it's like I have to start looking at 10 years from now, where do I realistically want to be, and it's not going to be in the same place that you're going to be at every single day, right? You've got a knack for this stuff, and it's like I feel like we're both kind of handcuffed and chained with the varying views. As much as we get along with a lot of different stuff, we have different outlooks towards certain things, and I think sometimes it causes a little bit more friction than it needs to, especially amongst two buddies.
Well, the show took off. And then it got fucking serious. And like, when we first started, it was just a couple fucking retards. Excuse my language, but it was a couple retards sitting at my kitchen table with 2 snowball mics and a shitty fucking laptop, and we were just being dicks.
Yeah.
It literally, that's what it was. Then we started getting guests. And then we started getting more serious guests. And then we started doing appearances at fucking live events and sitting ringside at fights. That's not ever going to stop.
No. That's the funnest part about it. I mean, and that's the part that I want to keep doing and doing some of those things, but you can't have your one and not the other. You got to put in the work. It's like anybody that wants to be wealthy just thinks that they could sit down and not do anything. It's like, well, the people that are in shape and have six packs work out every day. Just because you get there doesn't mean you get to stop putting in the work that created it. Same thing with wealth, same thing with the show, same thing with anything you do. You have to put in that effort, and then it's there. And I look at it, and it's I've been in this situation before with other businesses and other things where I'm always looking at my time and where is it best spent. And currently, with the financial obligations that we both face, it's like you stand a better chance at doing better running the show differently, and I stand a way better chance just putting in some work in some other areas for the next little while, especially in the summer when we have such a short season here.
So I know what everybody's thinking. Yes, we do fucking hate each other, and next time we see each other, we're gonna fight.
That's how it's happening. I thought you already had an opponent to fight.
No, that doesn't mean that we're not friends, or we've become pretty fucking close over the last couple of years. So I hope that doesn't change.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like when you moved away to Swift Current, I was like, fuck, now what am I going to do, right? But looking across at the Skype camera every day or twice a week was like, okay, like, we can do this, right? Yeah. The calls, the text became a little bit less. It wasn't there. We weren't training as much, and then it just slowly, like, different days, right? You go by and you end up with different time, different periods go by, and it's like, okay, like friendships are like seasons, right? And they're changing and they're coming and going, and I think that's all it is. This is just evolving into something different. And I mean, I think that the final shot and the stuff that we've talked about and what you foresee for that show, for how it's going to be, will be awesome. And I mean, to not be on, I mean, I know you listen to every show to hear the sound, you do all that stuff. It's like I listen to some of them, but it's like I'll probably listen to the other one because I won't know what's going on. Yeah. I want to hear about it. But when you're in it, it's like I can't fast forward through. I'll find like the little segments. I'll listen to Dario. I'll listen to Adam or whatever like that. But it's like I'm not listening to 45 minutes of shit that we just went through and talked about. You're listening to it for a different reason, though, for sound quality and all the other stuff. So, and to find out when I said something stupid so you can make a video about it. Like, I get that.
Speaking of Dario, where the fuck is he? He's supposed to be here today.
Oh?
Oh, well, I'll get him at some point. But obviously, like Ryan Ford, Adam Braidwood, and Dario, they'll all be moving over to the final shot. The show's gonna be different than the Spice Life podcast, obviously. We're actually talking about getting a truck cam.
A truck cam?
Yeah. So that I could record while I'm driving.
Oh, that sounds super safe.
Right? And then we're gonna start something when there's big fights on, like if they're internet pay-per-views or stuff like that. We've got a couple webcams that we're gonna set up in the house, and if people want to watch the fights with me, then we can do it over Skype and watch the fights. So that we're gonna do some stuff like that.
That's a first. It's normally your phone that's going off on the show. I normally have mine on freaking silent.
Who is it?
I don't know. I didn't even look. I just turned it to silent.
Tell that person to fuck off.
It's probably work, man. Like I said today, man, I left work to drive here. We got a bit of a break, and then I'm going back to work to hopefully get a patio done. But so you got the truck cam, stuff set up in the house.
We're gonna try that, see how that goes.
You yelled at your wife last week for coming in on the video. Are you gonna yell at her when she's on the video in the house?
So the stuff that would be like either in the truck or watching the fights, those would be just strictly YouTube videos. Where gotcha. people go watch it on YouTube. I don't really give a shit who's running. The Boogie Child could be running around, or
like YouTube Live and stuff like that during fights and talking and doing some of that stuff. Yeah,
shit like that. So it'll be fun. Well, obviously, like 10 minutes with the Boogeyman, the Super Mario Dario minute on the road with the Real Deal. They're all going to transfer over. Sounds like there's a fucking goddamn windstorm happening here right now. Oh, well, what are you going to do?
It's pouring rain. Is it nice there today?
It's fucking 34.
It's been so hot, man, the last few days. Like, look how brown I'm got. Just
look at the beard, too, coming in.
Dude, I got somebody said that to me last night. Like, look at your beard. I said, I've been so busy working, which is good. I haven't had time to shave.
It grows
So
way faster underneath, eh? You can have a
yeah,
solid neck beard.
I was gonna shave last night for the Illuminati meeting, and I never did. I got the socks of the week video out there finally because I was getting dressed up, and I didn't even have time to shave. I got home late from work, had a quick shower, and threw it on, and got out. Got home late again, and went to bed. So
The socks of the week is a cool thing. So I think maybe we'll still make the Duke do socks of the week.
I'm down for that, man. I can do socks of the week. I'm down for that.
I did notice
on that note, here you
it's
go.
Tuesday.
I know, but I'm not going to be here Thursday because you've got your premiere of Final Shot, and you have a big guest. So you guys are talking about some fun stuff, and I'm away. We already talked about that.
That's true.
Here's sock of the week choice is Stance socks. These are not going to be worn with dress shoes. These will be something I walk out on the weekend here with some blue jeans. The one thing I'm noticing with Stance socks is I can't wear them with my dress shoes. They hurt my feet.
Oh, really?
They're too thick. Yeah. Like, I love them. They're super comfy. But I was wondering, like, KO boxing, right? I wore that pair of Stance socks with those kick-ass shoes.
Yeah,
and my feet hurt at the end of the night. And I was like, it can't be the shoes. And I realized it's the socks are just a little thicker. And you wouldn't think. I mean, fuck. Like, it's not like they're
I'll tell you why.
ginormous thicker, but they are.
I'll tell you why. Because these socks here, these are a dress sock. They're super thin.
Yeah.
They're thick up at the top, but right here, they're like when I stretch them out, you can almost see through them.
Okay.
So
well, and the one pair that I had were dress socks. I know these ones are their classic, classic socks. These are different, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they're I know what you're talking about there. But the pair I had on, then I mustn't have looked. They must have just been classic socks. Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I could see you wearing those with like a pair of dad shorts with pleats in it, and then like a pair of boat shoes.
Not happening. I mean, I do have some really nice Ralph Lauren shorts that might work good with some sandals on. Sure. Yeah. Not happening. No. Speaking of shorts and whatever, I was doing some yard work on the weekend. So here's another, here's a fun story. So you've been out at the acreage. You know where the out back there, we got the way back 40 where the garden goes and stuff like that. And so I'm doing all the yard work, and Rin is cutting grass on the tractor, and I'm weed eating the whole property. Like, we're getting everything done, So I get to the entrance to the shop, I've got about 50 feet left, and I run out of gas. Fuck's sake. So I walk over to the shed, fill it up full of gas, and she's coming around. She sees me over there. So I walk over to the tractor, and I'm like I'm beat because I just worked all weekend. Again, this was Sunday night, so we worked like 8 hours Sunday again, and then we do yard work for like 3 hours, try to catch the yard work up. And so I'm like, I'm pretty tired. Like, I got from the shop entrance to the garden left, and then I'm going to do that, and I'm done. Then I'm going to go clean up. She's like, well, makes sense. It's been a long, hot day. It was like 35 above.
Yeah.
And she looks at me. She gets this little grin on her face. She goes, now, I don't want to sound like a bitch or anything. She's like, and I don't really know how to say this, so just hear me out here for a second. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, if you've only got that 40 feet left, why didn't you just fucking finish it before you came over here to tell me that you're tired? And I was like, I ran out of gas, you fucking dickhead. And that's exactly what I said to her. And she laughed her ass off, and I went, wow, she's the one for me. I can actually just put her, say something back, and she knows it's a joke, and like, we're good, right? So she says, when the time is right, like when you're done, just wave, give me a sign or something like that it's time to go inside. So I'm thinking, okay. So I finish. She doesn't notice me walking over to the shed, so I take the thing in, and I'm like, oh, she hasn't noticed that I've walked to the shed because she was cutting away from me. Well, she wants a sign, so the fucking Duke here takes off everything except for my work boots, and I walked out in the back 40 buck fucking naked and just stood there like this and just waited for her to notice that it was time to go in the house. And when she saw it, she's like, fair enough. And so I walked out, helped her empty the fucking bagging unit and naked, and then walked back. Well, then I got to go to the shop to like take my work gear and grab my clean stuff or whatever and go to the house. So I'm thinking, whatever, I don't actually care. vehicles are whizzing by, but they're not going to notice some guy 400 feet in the back of the property walking around naked. Then I'm not thinking. I'm walking to the front of the yard, just carrying my pants and shit, just sauntering all casual. And some dude on a bicycle is like riding down the road. And he looks over and he's like, fuck! And I was like, I just wave at him. Have a good day, man. And then I go to the shop and I'm thinking, oh my God. Oh, what am I going to do? But yeah.
So here's my question.
Needless to say,
how long did it take Rin to realize that you were standing there naked? Like, are we talking a matter of seconds or a couple minutes?
no, it was a few minutes because she was just cutting way out in the back, like with her headphones on and not really paying. She was watching what she was doing while she was cutting, right? Because she's cutting around the trees and different things. And with the bagging unit, like it plugs up. So you kind of watch as the grass is flying in, and if it stops, you got to shut it off because then you know it's full. And if it gets full, then it plugs up, and then when you start it up again, it doesn't push the grass through, right? And then it just mulches it and makes a fucking mess. So she was like watching it and then looking up, and it took her to when she finally, I had to get closer, and then she saw it. The only thing was, fuck, the skeeters are bad out here.
Oh,
So standing there like, but I don't know how she didn't see me. I mean, I'm fucking tan in my arms, but I mean, I got a wicked farmer's tan coming in, so the ass was pretty pasty white, I'm pretty sure. So should have saw that.
Fucking stupid.
It was funny, man. And she killed herself. That was the best part. I was like, all right, like, other thing, good to go. So sorry to that guy that was riding his bike and saw me walking through the yard buck fucking naked, dick and all hanging out. But
yeah, you owe him an apology.
I just did. Hopefully he listens to the Spice of Life podcast and he'll hear the apology.
Did he actually yell though? Like
No, he just looked over and was like did that on the bike. I just waved.
I know last week we said we were going to talk about the David Lemieux fight. Neither one of us were willing to spend the $54.99 or whatever it was on Amazon Indigo pay-per-view to watch the fight. It was a one-sided victory for David, who missed weight by 2 pounds. So
yeah,
good for him.
Oh yeah, I mean and then they vacated the titles because his opponent lost, which is still weird to me. I mean, your opponent doesn't make weight and he beats you. How's that deemed a title fight? Like, I don't get it. So I'm not sure. That was just something I read. I'd have to read into it a little bit more to see or ask, but who knows. So next big matchup that we got, though, is the Braidwood Keene one coming up here, June 16th.
The Boogie fight.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
It's not far away. What is it, 3 weeks? 2 weeks? Fuck.
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks from this coming Saturday, so 2.5 weeks.
That's the biggest fight in Canadian heavyweight like boxing in the last 10, 15 years, hands down. They're actually doing that on Indigo pay-per-view as well for $59.99. So don't contact me if you're thinking that there's going to be a live stream, because I definitely do not want to get sued by Eye of the Tiger. So if you guys want to watch it, save your pennies and get over to Indigo pay-per-view online, and it's $59.99. I urge everybody to go purchase it because it both Simon and Adam, it helps them too. Like, if they can come out with 20,000 pay-per-view buys or 10,000 pay-per-view buys or something like that for that fight, that goes a long way in selling themselves to bigger promotions for bigger titles too, right? So go over them. Don't be a cheap cunt.
100%, man. I mean, that's the whole reason why we started this show, was to help, give guys like Adam another opportunity to get his name out there and his face out there, and all the Adam's social media attacking, or whatever you want to call it, barrage to Simon Keene made this matchup happen, along with his devastating KO victories over the last couple of years. And this will be an exciting fight to watch in 2.5 weeks for sure. to see that. I mean, a lot of people, right? Obviously, there's a lot of Quebec fans that have keen, ahead on all these polls, and just sucks that 65% of them will be wrong. They'll probably want some sort of equalization payment or some bullshit after he loses.
Probably something along those lines. Fucking, I'm excited for the fight. I don't get too jacked up for these kind of like for a lot of fights, but this one I'm invested in. It's
Totally.
been a lot of fucking work that's gone into that, but hey, I can't wait. Now, what are we supposed to do on the last episode of the Spice of Life podcast? Are we supposed to reflect on the last 166 episodes that have come out of this fucking show?
It's kind of a whirlwind. We've been through a lot, man. I mean, like you said, starting at the table, and then to a studio, and then to 2 studios, and moving it to the final shot, and we met some cool people. A lot of guests, a lot of talks, a lot of deep talks. Pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, I made a lot of enemies on this show. I know that. Michael Short.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. And a lot of one lawsuit.
That was awesome.
Was awesome. I don't know why I thought of that today too, which is really weird.
Over 166 episodes, I don't think we've ever come to the point of yelling at each other. I don't think I've ever yelled, or you've ever yelled.
Like at you?
Yeah.
No,
not
really.
A lot of people get into fights. We don't get into fights.
No.
Like you get
because
obviously,
for the first 100 episodes we lived in the same city and regularly hit each other anyway. So maybe one of us was frustrated from time to time but didn't say anything. That's probably what happened when you broke my ribs. And then you probably were mad at me for something else, and then you took it out on me at the gym.
Oh, who knows?
But I think that oftentimes when you set up a good relationship and you set up established communication, it works, when you know that you can sit down and talk. And I mean, obviously we have a lot of talks off air before we ever get on air, and nothing is edited when we're on the air. So it works. And we both know things that we should and shouldn't say or whatever, which isn't very much. And most of the stuff that we kept confidential or off air was due to a guest or something not wanting to discuss something, right? And
or being racist.
Yes, that's true. That happened a lot. No. We did have one guest that was talking about didn't want to talk about the murder at his gym and a bunch of stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, told us that after. I was like, damn, I wish we would have talked about that on the air.
Yeah.
And
we don't really
it is what it is.
We've never really got too many people that said they don't want to talk about anything. We had people beat around the bush, but that's going to happen.
Mostly Mel, when she didn't want to let fight news go till it was signed, and which rightfully so. That makes sense. You don't want to talk about stuff till it's a done deal. So I'm
going to try to get Mel Lubovic to come on the final shot here fairly soon, but I'm not going to tell her it's video.
No, yeah, she doesn't know that. Does she knows that the show was on Skype, doesn't she?
Well,
or like on video?
Probably not.
Oh, wow. So one of the last times we had her, she's like still like lying in bed.
Yeah. Right.
She's like, I've been in bed all day, so just bear with me. And we're like, okay, no problem. Yeah, that would be funny.
That'd be funny. We had really good guests. John Wayne Parr was always good. Vinny Paz was fucking excellent. Kevin Ross. There's been a lot of people that have come on. Robin Black.
Yeah.
A lot of people have come on and slayed it. We've had our duds too, Brian Samuel. Who I can't think really who else was a dud. They've all been pretty good, I think. Justin Schmidt was always fun.
Yeah, Justin Tub Talks. He fought on the weekend too.
Yeah, congratulations, Justin Schmidt. He beat a tough guy, Brad Wilson. That guy's tough.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Brad Wilson was the guy that fuck him a ding dong fought there for Dakota before he called me out.
Yeah, Wedderburn. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was him. Like, so that one fight, Wedderburn, then it's like reawakens the giant. So then he gets that,
Yeah.
now Brad's back. And so
Brad
did
Brad came in
Justin
good
win a
shape too.
decision?
No, he
Did
knocked
he
him
win a
out.
decision?
He knocked him
Justin knocked Brad
Yeah.
out. Oh, okay.
Well, Brad came in much better shape for the Schmidt fight than he did for Wedderburn. I think. I don't know if you watched the Dakota card. It was pretty good actually.
Well, you watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
Where did they have it?
I like that Devin Reddy. I like him.
Where did they have it?
It's
On
on
their
their
YouTube?
Dakota.tv. They have their own thing now.
Oh, wow. They
Yeah.
haven't gone up. I guess at the
Um,
Grey Eagle, they probably got stuff set up for that.
Yeah, they got Stephanie Asenza's fight was a little lackluster. She came out flat. Hopefully she can bounce back after that one and get another fight quick. That's what she needs to do is get a quick turnaround fight and
Totally.
get that going. Yeah, I like that Devin Reddy kid, man. That kid can scrap. I do a lot of shit talking about Dakota on the show. A lot of it is a joke because I know it's going to piss Michael Short off. I don't actually dislike them. I think they have a good production value, especially
I do too.
their last show was really well done. I actually texted Dennis Herman and congratulated him on putting on a good show. It was a good show. I'm not a giant fan of the kickboxing on a boxing card, but for some reason it fucking works for them. I don't know why.
Because Calgary's had a huge fan base of kickboxing and Muay Thai for years. The Mike Miles promotion, Trevor Simanich. So anytime they put that stuff on, they're gonna get fans to come in and watch it. I mean that's why they've always done it there in Calgary. It's huge for that. You go up to Edmonton and it's the other way around. There's like not a huge fan base up there, which is weird because there's some big Muay Thai gyms up in Edmonton and kickboxing gyms. So it's interesting how they can vary so much. But
there's something to be said for just like a kickboxing card or a boxing card though. Like they're different sports, but it works for them and good for them. I hope they just don't do it all the time. Like I know that they took a break from the kickboxing after Mark McKinnon head kicked that guy. Mm-hmm. That poor fellow was a boxer. Maybe Mark McKinnon will want to box, so that'd be fun.
Well, not really. Mark McKinnon's fighting for a world title in July.
He's fighting Chip. Good luck.
Yeah.
Hey, if he can bring a title back to Canada, good for him.
Get him on the final shot one day, and then it'd be like your final shot before you like Chip's gonna be like he's gonna kill him.
Well,
that's what I think.
What I was saying with Mark McKinnon, like he fought a boxer in a kickboxing fight, so now I think he should come over and fight a boxer in a boxing fight.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't go well.
Not at all.
No.
He kicks hard, Mark does, but his punches are not. He hits hard, but he doesn't put them together very well.
Well, it's a different sport, right? It's very different.
Totally.
Very different sport. Good luck to Mark when he goes over there to fight.
But he's
Chip.
also an athlete too. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I mean, he's in very good shape. So I mean, if you put him in and he's training just boxing, I mean, his style has always been Muay Thai, so that stands to be why he fights that way.
Good luck to him when he goes over a lion fight because he's a Canadian guy. I got to get behind him and support him in his venture.
Especially for that.
Yeah, to go over there and fight legit one of the best guys in the world. So good luck to him. I'm being super nice today. I don't know why. Probably because it's the last episode.
There you go. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's got to do something, and then you can be well, I have a feeling you'll be nice on Thursday too because of what you're talking about. So.
Well, I'm always nice to Dwayne. I like
not,
Dwayne.
Not what? Who? Yeah.
I think he's a fantastic human being. Same with Lee Mean. Lee Mean's one of my favorite people probably on the planet. He's one of the best guys in combat sports to work with, 100%.
I agree.
One of the best promoters. He'd be up there with Scott Coker for being there for the athletes. So we had Lee on the show in his car.
Yeah. You know what? When you're talking about promoters too, and I don't know what made me think of this, but you know that Fight Night guy out of Medicine Hat?
Yeah.
Like that Aline was like helping out and still is?
Yeah.
Did you hear they're doing a show now, Fight Night in Las Vegas?
I've
They're
got
doing a
some
show in Las Vegas.
I've
Like,
got
what the
some
hell?
insider information on the guy that owns that I'll disclose to you not on the air because it's
All right,
fucking serious.
all right, I'm
Like
down.
serious. Like he's gonna get. It's serious. But yeah, they're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we have
cool.
a mutual friend that disclosed the information to me, and basically said that I was right and that they should have listened to me.
Okay, I don't know. You have to tell me
I'll
after
tell
the
you
show.
off the air.
I don't know
But
for sure.
I
That
can
sounds good.
I would say it on here, but I have a feeling I get in a lot of fucking trouble for it if
Well,
the wrong person
don't
heard
get
it.
in trouble.
Yeah,
We get in enough trouble for shit that we can't get in trouble for. We don't need to be getting in shit for things that we can get in trouble for.
fucking
So
that's correct.
yeah. So well, I mean, it has been. It's been a slice. Like it's been fun to do this and to go through it. And I mean, you know that I'll always be supportive of what you're doing and where you're going and the shows, and it'll be interesting to do that. And I'd love to come on and talk, especially if we got some of these ones where we can. When Adam's boxing and fighting and some of these things to come on and to, do a live, watch some fights live and do all that. I mean, I did just fucking spend $500 on a satellite at my house and $80 a month for fucking watching fights. So I'll definitely be still watching some fights from time to time and doing that kind of shit.
Well,
So
that's the thing. Like, if there's a big fight on, like, watch it and then come on and we'll talk about the fight. Like, but realistically, to sit here and talk about fucking asparagus and being a vegan all the time.
fuck, see why? You're the one that brings it up all the time. I had a fucking steak last night.
Shut up.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was gonna say, fuck. He's off the
Really?
wagon.
Off the
Perfect.
sauce again. Off the sauce. No, nothing like that, man. But no, I agree. I don't fucking want to talk about these vegetables all the time either. You keep doing it to me. So
Tell you.
yes, I will 100% watch some of these big fights, and then we'll come on and have a discussion, and I'll set it up and do that, and yeah, that's cool. I'm down for that. I got everything set up. I'm not going anywhere. I got a few other ideas, and I'm gonna talk to you about them when we hang up too for something else. So
Okay. Is it something
it'll
that
be,
I'm involved in?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, Creative Concrete's going to sponsor the podcast. Perfect.
Well, I don't know about that.
Here's a question for you.
Yep.
If I needed a pad poured on a piece of property, would you be able to do it? Or is that
Yes.
something that somebody local would have to do?
No, I could do it. I mean,
Oh,
because
okay.
basically, like, are you saying like for permit wise and stuff like that?
No. Like, I didn't know if it would be something feasible for you to be able to bring whatever you need to do it here.
It depends what it is, man. It depends how big it is, what it is. I mean, if I need a whole bunch of guys, then yeah, I mean, now you're paying travel for everything. But if it's
Yeah.
something that me and you can handle, if that's what you're getting at, and I come out there for a couple days, then yeah, I can do that. So
Now, like,
for sure.
let's say I bought an RTM house
Yeah.
and I wanted a concrete slab to put it on. Is that easy?
Easy-ish, but I mean, if you're doing a house, it's what, 1,000 square feet, 1,500.
1,600, yeah.
So you need a 1,600 square foot pad,
Yeah.
essentially a garage pad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, we're not pouring that, me and you. I need help. I need somebody like Lauren to come out there and do that.
Well, tell Lauren I'll
You know,
give him
so-
a bag of weed and he can shut his mouth.
Well, the thing is, though, is one of those things if we had it worked out, like Swift Current's not far from, like Lauren. How far is Swift Current from Saskatoon?
2 hours.
Yeah, so Lauren's whole family lives in Saskatoon. I mean, if we actually worked it out, he might go there. He goes there lots in the summertime to visit his brother. So
Yeah.
if we figured it out, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to Saskatoon and July 15th for 5 days. It's like, okay, well, then I'm going to go out there on the 13th. I'll get everything ready and then just drive to Saskatoon. We'll pour the job. Tanner will give us a hand, line up some fucking helpers, and
Yeah.
we'll do the work and then, slip him some cash and away you go. I mean, not cash, like cash
Weed.
that he can put GST and everything else on.
So no weed.
Oh, sure. He would definitely probably. Yeah, I don't think he'd work for weed. No, I don't, because he makes it himself.
Oh,
No,
good for him. Has he got a grow permit? If there's
I have no
cops, if
idea.
there's cops listening, disregard that.
No, I don't know what he does. I just know that he's got a lot of access to a lot of stuff. So,
Lot of access to a lot of marijuana. Good for him.
mm-hmm.
Well, fuck. I guess we can wrap this bitch up. Dario's coming on later. We'll have the super duper Dario minute. Let's run through the sponsors real quick. Monster headphones, best headphones in the business. If you're looking for headphones, get some headphones. Who else we have?
audibletrial.com/spice. You got 2 free ebooks and 30-day subscription to Audible Trial. Where's your box runner shoes?
Box Runner shoes. They're the best boxing boots in the business. Go check them out. We forgot one. Buds and Leaves. Fuck.
I was gonna say, what about Buds and Leaves?
Buds and
The Buddha
Leaves.
stick.
www.budsandleaves.com. Go get yourself a Buddha stick. Go get yourself some of the Smile spray. I recommend the lemon lime flavor. And for all you guys that use vaporizers, go get yourself some of the Smile V liquid. It's fantastic. This is the last episode of the Spice of Life podcast. Luke, I'm going to leave the floor to you. You can say your piece to the fans.
Oh man, I just appreciate everybody tuning in. I don't appreciate you fucking assholes that sent me dick pics the last couple weeks. And no, I'm just kidding. I only got one. And that guy was weird too. Fucking weirdo. No, but it's for real. It's been fun. I mean, we've got a lot of people. I've met a lot of people. I know that, we'll still keep doing different things. I got a lot of stuff on the go. I'm not going anywhere from social media. It's still, the Duke_Spicer. And I'll still be on there. I'll still be sharing this stuff and keeping up with everybody else and doing that kind of stuff. I'll be coming to some fights and making appearances and doing different things. I'm not really going anywhere. I just know that for the next little while, especially, we've got a lot going on outside of podcasting and things, and I gotta focus on those to get to the next place that I need to be at in my life. So I do wish you all the best for your next show, The Final Shot, and I know it'll be successful. I know that this is something that you've worked really hard at doing, and I've just been happy to be a part of the journey and the growth. I've learned a lot about myself in the last 2 years doing the show and being your buddy and stuff like that. So I know that it'll continue to just grow into something different and better. So I do want to thank everybody. I hope people tune in and check out the new show more so than they even were the last one. So thanks for 166 episodes.
Well, thank you for starting it with me. And thank you for bowing out when you weren't useful anymore. I'm just kidding. But no, it's been a slice to be able to do it. It's always fun to be able to come on and bullshit with a buddy and have other people listen to it. Either they love it or they hate it. I like both. If you hate it, tell me you hate it, and please shit talk me on the internet. I love that shit. Other than that, tune in Thursday to the first episode of The Final Shot with Dwayne D-Bomb Lewis, and you might get some fucking cool information on there about some shit coming up. But for us at the Spice of Life podcast, we're done. We're out.